EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Ooh, and a juke. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spent all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
And right away, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Red, yellow, long red.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
That moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Patriots had 3 and 8 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Roster 6. Steel blue. Green jacket.
They'll set up a throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Blaster. Steel, black. Stick, mega.
Back to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Aaron Donald. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you...
And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Yeah, the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA's. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Red cycle. Black shot. Set.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing, Jones. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
On the double.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Second down and goal. Jones rolling to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now they try the right side here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they get 4th down after a loss of 1. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now Jones off the play fake. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. That's out to the left, flat and complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. These 2 division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Jones on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, this from 34. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Okay, right. 6, red. Smash, red. Blue striker. Set.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jones, off play action. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Jets. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Ready?
Running right, Jones. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Light blue. Drill green. Red cycle. Black shot.
They'll look to throw here. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a play fake here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 189 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones on the move to his left. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let them come get the quarterback and dump it off, and there could be some room to roam.
And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.